Hey there. Good evening. How's everyone doing? What time is it? 8:17 here in the Central Time Zone. 9:17 on the East Coast. Sorry, some of these shows have been late lately. I can't believe last night's show didn't get over till after midnight. 17 on the East Coast. Sorry, some of these shows have been late lately. I can't believe last night's show didn't. Anyway, I forgot I had another window open somewhere else. But great to see you guys. Great to see you guys. I'm kind of a night owl, and anyway, last night was a late show. I'll try to do them a little bit earlier. So we haven't had it's the weekend, and we need to have a top 20 show, and so I decided to make tonight's Daily Factor show. Hey, Bon, how are you? The top 20 show, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a little live reveal. Sorry about that. All right, I've been having I'm just still having technical problems, but whatever. If we have a technical problem, we have a technical problem. Who cares, right? Okay. Let's see here. All right, so this is the top 20 ETFs of the week. Now, it's not really of the week because it's based on the past 90 days. So it's the top ETFs of the past 90 days as of this past Friday. And so we look at these every week so we kind of see which ones are doing well. This is based on my own metric, which is a better metric, I feel, than total return, and certainly a better metric than looking at yield to compare these funds. All right. Jackson, are you all right, bud? What are you chewing? What's going on, buddy? All right. Coming in at number 20 is oh, look at this, XLII. All right, this is from State Street, one of their sector funds. Look right over here. This is the price 90 days ago, 24.45. The price as of Friday, 25.28. What's not to like? You have stable NAV, plus you're getting a 12% yield. You got to love that. Actually, your NAV is more than stable. You're up 3%. Stable DEX is how stable it is compared to the market. So you're more stable than the overall market. This could help you in retirement, depending on what you're looking for. It depends if you want exposure to whatever XLII offers exposure to, which is industrials. State Street Industrial Select. So this would be stocks like John Deere and Caterpillar and GE Aerospace and RTX Corporation and Uber and Boeing and GE. I mentioned GE already. Deere. I mentioned Caterpillar, which is on the list. Deere, Honeywell, those types of companies. Anyway, good, solid, solid part of the economy. Anyway, all right. So let's see what we have next. All right, see what we have next. And next is XLEI. Okay, this is a State Street, same deal. NAV stable, up 2.8%, paying a 22% yield. What a great little investment this one's been. State Street Energy Select. So this is going to have things like Chevron, Exxon, maybe. I don't know. Let's go see. Yeah, Exxon, Chevron, Conoco. Okay, go figure. Easy guesses. Williams Company, Valero, Phillips, Kinder Morgan, Marathon Petroleum. You guys get the picture. All right. Well, you could definitely do worse than that one. All right, let's see who's number 18. Number 18 is IAUI. This is based on gold and silver. Nice job. IAUI yielding 11%. NAV, you can see the price there. Here's the price 90 days ago. Here's the price recently. I mean, what's not to like? Positive yield, positive NAV. It's the whole deal, right? Next is WEEI. This is based on energy infrastructure, so gas pipelines and stuff like that. Anyway, W is Westwood is the name of it. Westwood Energy Infrastructure, I think. This thing pays about a 12% yield. Now it's been decent lately, up about 5% this quarter. Let's see who's coming in. Number 17 is HCal. HCal. Okay, we're gonna have to check out HCal over here. All right, HCal. So this thing, gosh darn it, I need to get glasses. This thing only has 13 million under management. Tiny fund. It's called the Amplified Cows Covered Call ETF. Anyway, so it owns stock, and I think companies that are fundamentally strong. Until after midnight, but these co-stars, some of these. And sells options on them. Anyway, great job, HCal. We don't ever talk about HCal that much. You guys never really talk about HCal. Let's see who next is. Next is DOGG, D-O-G-G. This is based on the Dogs of Dow strategy. Looks like the NAV's up about $1 over the past 90 days, or about 5%. Look, it's more stable than the overall market. A 1.30 on the stable dex is good. This is one where you could sleep at night. In theory, it's more stable than the SPY, meaning it should move around less. Doesn't guarantee you'll make money. It may still move down, but don't move down slower, a little bit slower than the SPY would, statistically speaking. All right. Chippy coming in at number 15. Look at this thing. Yielding 13%, NAV's up. I can't believe the NAV's only up 4% on this one. Anyway, now this one's not super stable. It's only a 0.43 on the stable dex, meaning it's 43% as stable as the overall market. Next is GLDI. This is gold, based on gold, earning a 15.8% yield. NAV went from 171 to 177, which is up 3%. Stable. It's a good one, evidently. It has been anyway. Next is SLJY, silver, the junior silver miners, yield 14%. And look at this NAV return. How is this not like number one? How is there not, well, I think I know. I was going to say, how is there 11 statistically better investments than this? The answer is because it factors in the stability, and there's an error right here. It's giving this a stable dex of 0.00. It's not. So that's throwing off the calculations, but whatever, we can still look. The NAV went from 30 to 35. We don't need the stable dex. But anyway, yield up 14% yield. All right, number 12 is SLVO, also based on silver. I mean, this thing is also on fire. This thing has a stable dex of 61, so you could figure the other one, say it has a stable dex of 61, whatever, but it doesn't have a stable dex of 0. So, all right, that's number 12. That's SL, or this number 11, SLVO. Who's number 10? Number 10 is SPIN, SPIN, yielding 8%. Look, lots of good NAV around here, going from 30 to 32. I mean, that's 8.97%. We'll take it. Stable, more stable than the broader market. Not that that's the be-all and end-all, but that is something that is impressive. All right, how are you guys doing? I'm going to say hi to everybody. Bonds here, Pay the Pipers here. Does Global X have an uncapped index income fund? I don't believe so. It'd be nice if they did. Global X doesn't have anything uncapped, I believe. The only not many funds have uncapped. X funds has uncapped stuff. Blocks is, uncapped. Anyway, hey, Star Scream 84, thank you for being here. You may be a first timer. I don't know if I've recognized your name before. Red's here. Red just found out that the fund managers got changed for. Oh, really? Okay. Interesting. Let me know. We'll put it in the comments. Roger Sands did a video on it. Great. Okay. Hey, Jeff, how you doing there? Jeff out there in Baltimore. Roger. Okay. Or I can watch Roger's video or whatever. They have personnel changes. A few last year, there was one guy that was there and they dropped him, and then they got a new guy, and we'll see. So there's been a shakeup. It ought to be interesting. I haven't heard yet, but I've been out of the loop. All right, so let's get back in the middle of this. I just want to make sure you guys are all right. You guys are behaving. So let's get the second half of this countdown going. Number 9 is XLVI. This is a State Street sector fund. Good, same story with all these. Good NAV, good yield, good stability. You don't get on this list without having good NAV. I mean, that's what this list is for. This is the cream of the crop. These are the good ones, or the ones that have been good ones. And it pains me to say, QYLD. How is QYLD on this? This thing is super stable. This is a Global X. It's not uncapped. It's fully capped, but it's just super stable. It pays a yield, Anyway, statistically, it belongs to number 8. That's QYLD, based on the NASDAQ, but it's from Global X. Number 7 is XYLD, based on the SPX or the S&P 500, also from Global. Same thing, NAV up 4 or 5%, whatever, yield 10, 12, 13%, steady Eddie, stable. Yeah, this is a 278 on the stable dex, which is ridiculous. I think that's an error, but let's see if we can kind of see. Let's see, XYLD to like, I'll just do this. All right, here we go. I was trying to show just the charts next to each other so you could see how much more stable. I mean, XYLD is darn stable. I mean, no one would dispute that. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do lately. It's doing what it just mathematically. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do. A lot of these other ones, say that maybe I like more for whatever reason, don't quite have as good of metrics, at least not right now. Okay, here we go. Next, we have Carvani, yielding 82.6. Now it's positive. I mean, that's a good one. Not very stable, but what do you care when it yields 82? When it yields 82%, the higher the yield, the less stability you're going to get generally. All right, well, whatever. That's number 6. Number 5 is Goop, based on Google. Now this one, you're going to have a lower yield, so you'll get more stability traditionally. And you have a 48 on stability. It is more stable compared to Carvani. It's still not as stable as the SPY, but it's more stable than some of these other ones. All right, number 4 is KSLV. I have some of this myself. Obviously, I'm very happy with it. This thing the past 90 days has gone from 26 to 39 just on NAV. That does not include the dividend, and it's paying a 14% yield. So it's also, paying, you're also getting some yield off that, but the NAV is just insane. Not a super stable investment. It's a 0.23, about four times as dangerous as the overall market, or is volatile. At least it has been. But anyway, good job, K-Sil. Next, we have GUI at number 3. This is based on Google from YieldMax. Wow. Now, This one, unlike Goop, we had Goop on here only paying 11%. This one is based on the same underlying, but it pays 41% yield. So more yield means almost mathematically certainty. It's a mathematical certainty. It has to do worse on NAV, at least compared to Goop. So anyway, but let's see. So it paid a 41% yield. NAV was still all right. It went from 1362 to 1497. It was up about 9%, 9 or 10%. But Goop's NAV was up 25%. No free money. You can either get it back in NAV or you can get it back in yield. Your choice. It looks like getting it back in the form of yield recently over the past 90 days has been the slightly better way to take it, just by a little bit of a higher, score, risk adjusted reward here. But the Goop method would have worked too, just taking 11% yield and taking 25%. And in NAV return, it just depends on what you're doing. If you're planning for the future, if you're younger, you might want I would think you'd want the lower yield or even no yield. Just Google if you're younger, but you want more NAV return. If you're younger, you have more time. You're more into growth investments. But if you're older, maybe something like GUI might help you out. Who knows? Talk to a planner, not financial advice. Number 2, K Gold. All right. So we've had K Silv. K Gold is from Curve. But just like K Silv, it's a monster. Also, just like K Silv, doesn't pay a gigantic yield, 10%, 11%, whatever. But you're getting your money back in NAV return. At least you have been this quarter. That's number 2. Who's number 1? Got to be GOOW, right? It's got to be. We've had Goop and GUI. Yeah. All right. Number 1, GOW. This thing is a monster, yielding 42% and giving you NAV return. NAV return positive 26%, call it, paying a 42% yield. Not super stable, but who cares on that one, right? Who cares? And there's the full table. Is it sortable? It's sortable. This is awesome. All right, so let's look at, I did put the no BS on this one. Sorry, but ranking it by Moxie, which is a metric I developed. It's Goldie, Silvo, Goop, XYLD. Ranking it by Mox. I just have different metrics. Anyway, the best metric is this short-term max factor. Now, it goes GOW, K Gold, GUI, K Silv, Goop, Carvani, XYLD, QYLD, XLVI. Rounding out the top 10 is Spin. All right. Hopefully you guys' favorite fund was on there. Yeah, I'll check out the Roger Sands video. They change people all the time. I think when I first started talking with those folks at that company, they had, at least when I was talking with Jay's team was like, I think 5 or 6 people. I think that traders or something. But this was like 3 years ago when but then they merged with Tidal. And then, and then also their assets have grown like crazy. And I think somebody asked Jay, what do they have? How many? They have like, what? I don't want to say. They have a lot of traders trading for them now. That company's really growing. Yeah, Jiren. Thank you for being up this late. I tried to come on at a reasonable hour instead of midnight like last night. It was a Saturday night, but anyway, I tried to have this one on at a reasonable hour. All right, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. It's only 6:30 for Bond. So Bonds are probably on the West Coast there. You own Dividend Degenerate owns a lot of GOW. How's the market going to open tomorrow? Is it going to open down? Is it going to open up? Does anyone have any ideas? What's going on here? Is the S&P really down 0.5%? This green line, I was just drawing it earlier tonight, is important. Oh, This line right here is the AI line. This is where AI predicts we're going to go. I need to take that off. That Lux algo. It's just for fun. I mean, all right. All right. Turn back on the regular stuff. Well, it looks like the market, for whatever reason, stock index futures are selling off. Yeah, they opened anyway. Where is this open? Right here's at today's open. Oh yeah, big time sell off. Oh yeah, we opened right around 7,000 and we sold off to 69.70. So yeah, we're off about 30 handles on S&P futures. Well, that's not a big time sell off. Yeah, right here 35 handles, but it's 0.5%. It's not great. It's kind of giving the failed breakout look, or it's giving the look of a bull trap. But it's early. It's early, but it's also early in the week. You'd hate to start the week with a big old freaking bull trap up here. Anyway, whatever. We'll see. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. BTC, little Bitcoin Coinbase right here. Oh, it looks like did somebody tweet? Boy, this thing's running. Heck yeah. Okay, well, as long as one of them's running, I'll quit griping about the market. Heck yes. I like to see that. I like to see that. Look at Bitcoin up 1% there. Heck yes. That'll help my blocks and my Alti and my K yield and my WPay and my QLDY. I mean, everything has Bitcoin, in it partially. It'll help all those, but it'll particularly help blocks and Alti and K yield and the riskier ones that are about, that are lots of Bitcoin. Bill Metals gapping up. Oh, I love that. I do this every time. What is gold's symbol? Gold futures, but it's a weird CME. It's a weird symbol there. Anyway, I think that's a Russian exchange. Gold futures. I don't know. And Michael's saying futures are down, which is why this but Bitcoin is up big. Yeah, there's big news on JPOW. Oh, really? Oh, I guess he's out. Wow. Bitcoin going up with metals over weekend. Charles doesn't really trust any aftermarket. Yeah, I know. It's just fun to look at and see when this opens tomorrow. I mean, one tweet in the morning could send this the other way, or one number. I don't know what's on the economic calendar, but something comes out at 7 or at 8:30. One of those numbers comes out, and oh no, here we go the other way. All right, Star Scream 84. You think the markets are spooked by the DOJ setting subpoenas? Well, that's a good point. I don't know. But quite possibly. I mean, very much could be. You think that would be coming through? I would think if those kinds of markets were. I would think if those kinds of markets were spooked, we would see it like in bonds. Like I was just trying to find some bonds here. Let's look at it. Whichever one I found, it doesn't look like it's super liquid. I was trying to get 20-year, but anyway, we could look at the TLT, but anyway, yeah, that kind of stuff would affect. I think, especially would affect the the government markets, the fixed income markets. This this TLT chart is just a gigantic freaking. It's almost a perfect, perfectly shaped distribution. Not really, but very classically shaped distribution. And it's the mean is right where we're at right now. We're just reverting to mean. But if something good happens for the bond market, I would expect this to rally, right? If the market perceives something bullish, this should rally, and something bearish, it would sell off. But that's the 20-year. Those are longer ones. Anyway. All right. But yeah, that's a good point, Starscream. You're a good. Thank you for being here. You're a good contributor to this show. Yes, I have K yield. I have K yield. I don't have K triple Q. I never took the bait on that one, although I don't know why. I probably should have. But yeah, I have K. I mean, I'm a curved guy. I have K yield, K gold, and K silv. I really like curve. As you guys know, I think Yieldmax has some good funds too, and I have ULTY, and which other ones do I have? Well, and then I have Y triple Q and Salty. Those are my Yieldmax ones, and then I have blocks from X funds, and then Roundhill does a good job, and I have WPay from Roundhill, and I have from Defiance a QLDY is doing a great job, and that's pretty much my portfolio. I have small fractional, smaller amounts, but that's the portfolio right there. The one I mean, I really like Yieldmax. I did great with Yieldmax. I bought GPTY in April, and I bought LFGY in April, and I added Alti in April. And I mean, I did well in some Yieldmax ones, but I sold most of them. The only ones I have left are the bad ones, or the ones that aren't doing great now. Granite, which is ULTY, that hasn't been doing great lately, unfortunately. Been doing better the past 3-4 weeks, but hasn't been doing great the past 3-4 months. I have that one, and I have Y triple Q and Salty. But man, blocks by itself, blocks is a monster. Blocks and QLDY are that's my offense right there. And WPay. WPay is a great offensive fund. Yeah, I mean, in a bull market, WPay does great. So, Roger estimates is 47 cents, and you're hoping it's more than that. Yeah, I don't really follow the dividends and stuff like that, the estimates. And it's kind of hard to do because they don't sell options. So you can't look at the option premium and kind of guess what they're trying to pay you. I mean, they pay you, but they use a different mechanism. And it just seems like it just works out different. The way they do it seems different. Some people like it better. It seems like they pay a little bit less when they're losing, whereas covered calls pay a little bit more when the overall market's going down, or the overall strategy's losing. The covered call itself is generating more income. Sometimes you're getting a higher yield than when the market's declining. But it's the opposite. I think on WPay, because they're total return swaps, you get a little bit less in the declining market. And some people are like, I'm fine with that, because the dividend's the problem. I mean, it's the problem and the solution. The call's coming in from inside of the house. All right, guys, what else do we have to look at? Let me see. Okay, so did you guys see my gold and silver show the other night? This one has the no BS. No, there's not no BS. But anyway, on the gold and silver show, I think this Thursday night, K Gold is number 1, K Silver is number 2, Silvo, Gold Eye, IAUI was number 5. Friend of the show, Susan, started mentioning that a few months back, and IAUI has been a good one from Neos. Anyway, that was that. Let's see if we have anything else to talk about. This is This is the Diversified Divas from Friday. So this is what all the, Chippy's just incredible. I can't believe Chippy was up 2.5% on Friday. Chippy, I wonder if Chippy's just, what is it? Is it AMD that's doing it, or there's probably 2 or 3 stock microchips that are, is it Broadcom? And I know AMD's been on fire. Broadcom. What else? Taiwan Semi. Let's see what Taiwan Semi looks like. Jeez. I was trying to look at some after hours quotes. I don't have. Sometimes this will show after hours, but I guess we need to go to Robinhood for that. Whatever. But still though, is gold really? I still don't believe I can't get gold futures. Okay, gold futures, CMC, COMEX, GC. There it is, COMEX gold futures. There we have it. GC, I should know that. And MGC or micro gold futures. Yeah, it's on all-time highs, or I don't know all-time highs, but it's trading there at 40. It's just about on the high tick. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, gold. Let's check out a little silver. I can't believe I didn't know silver. Silver futures are, and we want COMEX, which is SI. And they look just the same way. Boy, if that doesn't look like a bubble, I've never seen a bubble before. AI is not a bubble, right? That's a bubble. What's a good symbol for AI? Just AIQ is, just an AI fund. Or maybe ARK. AI is bubblicious also. Don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to find an ETF that's a proxy for a AI bubble. I was thinking AIQ, or it looks like we're in a gold and silver bubble, not an AI bubble. Anyway. All right, guys, I'm out of stuff to talk about. I'm just shooting the breeze. If you guys want to talk about anything else, put it in the comments. Other than that, I can darn sure let you go. It's Sunday night. You guys want to go be with your family. RAM stacks like MU. Yeah. Yeah. Micron's been just a monster lately. I was just trying to see an after hours quote. It says market closed. Sometimes right down here, it'll show like a 24 hours quote. But anyway, I bet this is going to open up tomorrow. I don't know. I guess we can tell by looking at NASDAQ futures. You just look at NASDAQ futures. If NASDAQ futures are strong, and they're actually off a little bit right now. So who knows? Did you guys like the list? Yeah, Jeff, hey, thanks for being here. Hope you like the list. I hope you like the reveal. I'll try to start doing the reveal and quit being late. Lately, I've been lazy and just reading off the list, but I think the reveal makes it more interesting. We'll try to stick with the reveal method. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for putting up with the spotty service the past couple of days. I've missed a bunch of shows trying to get these computers working, and while I was traveling. Anyway, hopefully get back in the swing of it. New Year's here. January, we have new funds coming out. I just found out about a fund today that I'm super, super excited about, but it scares me to death. Anyway, I'm writing a review on it right now. So as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to go finish up the review on that. So be looking for that video tomorrow. But that's going to be my first new video in a while. Like I say, love it. Scares me to death. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Remember, not financial advice. Consult a licensed financial advisor who knows you and your financial situation. If you'd like to support the show, You can definitely do a super chat like a lot of people have been doing lately, but you can also just do a PayPal. You can do that anytime. And we only have to be on a live stream. PayPal.me/Max Convexity. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you in the morning. All right. See you later.